Welcome back. We're at the saddest part of the show for me always, especially when I'm on location. We're at Sun Peaks Resort right now, located just outside of Kamloops, and have just had an absolute ball doing this show. Of course, it's great getaways, and this was a great getaway. And as we wrap up into our last segment here, I've got a very dear industry friend joining us. Christopher Nicholson is the president of Sun Peaks Resort. We've worked together through the years and never been able to do a show in the summertime, and I'm going to just throw it over to him because I am wowed. Christopher, welcome to the show.
And welcome to my home. Isn't that great?
Yeah, hello. It's so fabulous, and you know how I feel about this. But, you know, I've been up here in the summer, but we haven't ever done a show like this, and I can't get over it. So a little bit more about what's happening in the summer. Everything's open.
Yeah, in the heart of the summer, one of the key things, we've got a lovely Graham Cook designed 18-hole golf course. The downhill mountain bike park has been a long stay feature of Sun Peaks Summer, but probably the iconic Sun Peaks Summer product and experience has been the alpine flowers. And I've been here for almost 20 years, and there is something in the soils, the volcanic soils in Sun Peaks and even up to Wellsgrave Park near Trophy Mountain that brings the flowers out like no other part of British Columbia. It's as dense as walking on a colorful quilt. I mean, it's that kind of intensity for about a 3 or 4 week period between the middle of July, middle of August. So from an alpine hiking perspective, you don't have to go the hard way. You take the chairlift up into the alpine, and from there you can do a little hike or a long hike.
Yeah, and we've done that, I know, and it's absolutely spectacular, and I'm so glad you touched on that because people need to know that that is something that is so special and unique to right here at Sun Peaks. I mean, you can't find that at any of the other resorts. I mean, you can, but you've really got to go in the backcountry, and this is literally on your front step.
The alpine hiking and the flowers is most certainly memorable, and it's a feeling. And I think the other aspect that our guests comment on is actually the village and the sense of community. And I don't want to sound tacky, but our guests, when they come into the village and you're grabbing your latte, you're having a lunch, when the servers or the owners, because a lot of the businesses are owner-operator, recognize you the next time you're in and know how you like your latte, that kind of thing is meaningful. It's intangible, but it's meaningful. And that sense of community and the genuine sense of welcome, it's not a marketing line. It's very difficult to articulate, but our guests notice it, and our guests are coming back for that same reason.
There's something in the air.
I think so. Something in the air, something in the water, but it's a great feel, and a lot of people calling it home. We're seeing a lot more people moving back, literally, with families for lifestyle or whatever. But it's a budding community. It's not just a resort tourist destination. It's far more than that, and I think people pick up on that, whether they're here for a weekend or for weeks and years.
I think they do too, and I think that's a great point to make, that, you know, we're all craving that quality of life and I so admire all of our resorts around the province that have done it. As you know, I had our former Minister of Tourism, Pat Bell, on in the spring, and we had quite a lengthy conversation, in particular about this resort, because there's something that you have managed to capture here, and you very eloquently described it, that it is, I think, that sense of community. People have really thought long and hard about being here, and they know what it offers, and it's year-round. But I have to tell you, the summertime, to me, I just think you are doing a marvelous job here. It's really special, and especially when you cruise up here, as I was telling you just before we went on air about this sexy red cruiser that I'm driving, compliments of Ford Canada. When I told them I was coming up to Sun Peaks Resort, they said, "We have got the car for you." A Ford Explorer, and it's red. And I said, "Really? Okay." Corporate colors, here we are with CKNW, so it's great. But truly, Christopher, I can't thank you enough for having us here to do the show and for sharing a little bit of the background on this absolutely glorious destination.
Well, thank you for being here. It means a lot to us, and we certainly appreciate you coming up and sharing the word.